Hi everybody, it's Shereen here from Early Childhood Parenting. I'm just here to talk to you today about the bond between yourself and your child and how to identify if it's broken and what you can do to regain it. Now this has actually come about from a case study where I've been working with a client. Now mum has a nearly 4-year-old little girl who has recently started daycare. And the little girl has been actually showing some anxiety around daycare. So although once mum picks her up from daycare, the little girl is all about how much she likes going to daycare and how much fun she had, and she had a really good day. During the week in the lead up to, or the days leading up to daycare, she's showing some anxiety, asking questions like, how many more sleeps have I got till I have to go to daycare? I don't like going to daycare. I don't have fun there. And mum has also reported some decline in behaviour, so extra clingy, more prone to emotional outbursts. So it could be, that she wants something specific and mum says, you can't have that right now, but let's give you this. And the little girl is actually having a massive emotional outburst, really upset, crying, really hard to calm down. So when I was working with mum, I had to have a look at backtrack. When did this behaviour start? So mum did say like it had started ever since she'd been going to daycare. So basically I sat down with mum and said, your little one is going through a really tough time at the moment. She's used to being at home with you all the time. And yes, she's only going to daycare one half day and then a full day, but she's highly impacted by this. And although she does enjoy it, it's the anxiety leading up to that that's causing her to be quite distressed. So mum was obviously really honest, which is great. And she said, look, I'm finding it really hard to keep my cool. I'm snapping quicker. I just can't handle this behavior of her being so upset. When she has a really good time, I don't know how to manage it. So when it comes to a battle of, personality and emotions between mum and child, as the adults, we always need to be the ones that make the first change and set the example, because this is where the results are going to come in. So I said to mum, you really need to find out what your trigger is and know what it is that's when the behavior bothers you enough, and sort of remain really calm through that. So one situation happened that mum explained to me was that the little girl wanted her water bottle. I said, mum, can you get me my water bottle? The dad said, I'm here, I'll give it to you. And the little girl just had this emotional outburst about that. I want mum to give me my water bottle. And it took 20 minutes to calm her down. Now, obviously, we had to realize that this incident wasn't about who gave her the water bottle. It was the underlying issue and anxiety around going to daycare, but she couldn't verbalize that that's what was bothering her. So it's basically the straw that broke the camel's back, and this is why she was upset. So mum had to then realize that this was what was bothering her, and understand that it wasn't about the water bottle, it was about the fact how she felt about going to daycare. So once mum could recognize that, she could manage the way she felt towards her little one and manage to support her through it. Now, when in this instance, I did say to mum, if it comes to the point where she wants something specific, you can still allow her to have the meltdown and the emotional outburst, support her through it, to remain really calm. So it was really important that mum was calm at this point, to see this tantrum through and then talk to her about it at the end. So my point here basically is that once you can recognize what the underlying issue is, it's easier to manage, but then you need to be, such as the bigger person, control your own feelings, let your little one know you're in control of the situation, you're okay with what they're feeling, manage that outburst, then talk to them about it at the end about what happened, so they're going to start recognizing that they're actually feeling upset about something else. So I hope that helps, and yes, if you'd like to book with us, please contact us. Thank you.